October 26, 2012. The governor of New York has declared a state of emergency, and the president has signed a disaster declaration. Public transportation will be suspended, and major infrastructure will be closed. Hurricane Sandy is bearing down on New York City. The city's 8 million residents live at risk of the impacts of tropical cyclones. In a changing climate, how will these impacts and the general behavior of these systems evolve? Tropical cyclones are storms that form over warm ocean water and can produce strong winds, heavy rain, and storm surge flooding. Tropical cyclone is the most general term for tropical depressions, tropical storms, and hurricanes. Projections for global warming of 2 degrees Celsius predict that the amount of tropical cyclones will not change. However, the portion of storms which reach Category 4 and 5 status globally will increase by about 13%. So, we expect to see more tropical cyclones globally reaching higher intensity, but the amount of tropical cyclones to remain the same. The factor most closely associated with tropical cyclone strength is wind. However, flooding exceeded wind as the second highest cause of weather-related deaths in the United States in 2018. Flooding from storm surge, in which tropical cyclones push water onshore, already presents a dangerous situation to coastal residents. In New York City, 400,000 residents are in the 1% annual chance floodplain. To view current flood zones, visit maps.nyc.gov/hurricane. With 11 to 21 inches of sea level rise projected by the year 2050, storm surge flooding will spread further inland. Additionally, rainfall rates are projected to increase by 14%, increasing the likelihood of flooding beyond coastal areas. During Hurricane Sandy, storm surge exceeded 13 feet above sea level. This was high enough to flood 51 square miles of New York City and disrupt critical infrastructure, including the subway system, which floods at a storm surge of 10.5 feet. Faced with this problem, how can both the government and residents of New York City work to mitigate the impacts? With coastal flooding of paramount concern, efforts should focus on this threat. Since Hurricane Sandy in 2012, which served as a wake-up call for policymakers and coastal residents affected, regulations have been strengthened at all levels of government, and engineering initiatives have been examined and undertaken. Perhaps the most major project? A seawall will be built along most of the Staten Island coastline, capable of withstanding coastal flooding of 15.6 feet, 2 feet higher than that caused by Hurricane Sandy. Projects such as this will save lives and protect property. New York has risen to and succeeded at every challenge it faced. Improving our coastal resilience will be no different.